Hot? Sweaty? Being exposed to UV radiation? Sounds like you need the UVBuddy!
The UVBuddy is your personal UV broad-spectrum sensor designed to give the user both real-time data and data over time about their UV light exposure. The real-time data will be reported to the user through 12 LEDs, representing the UV index scale of 0 to 12, same as you would see on the news or your weather app. 0 means no UV exposure, and 12 means extreme UV exposure. Over time, this data will be sampled every 30 seconds and stored on an SD card. This way, at the end of a long day out in the sun, you can pop the card into your computer and see how much UV you are exposed to at every time interval.
UVBuddy's program consists of a simple and reliable structure that continuously monitors UV exposure. The user's current UV index is read, logged to an SD card, and the corresponding LEDs are illuminated. To preserve battery, the device sleeps for 30 seconds before taking another reading. UV index is determined by the voltage emanating from the analog pin of an internal UV sensor. The voltage has a linear relationship to the standard UV index, so converting between the two requires a simple transfer function. To log the data in a CSV file at each time step, Espressif's SD driver library is utilized.
The sensor essentially operates in the opposite way of an LED. When photons of at least as high energy as ultraviolet hit the sensor, a current is produced proportionate to the amount of photons. This current can be measured as a voltage over a resistor with the ADC, which allows us to determine the intensity of UV radiation. The specific sensor is most sensitive to 360 nanometers, which would be considered UVA. The most important thing to remember is to protect yourself from the sun.
Thanks, UVBuddy!